on, folks, welcome back. It is midday. I've been fishing for about 5 hours. It's kind of a grind. First thing this morning, I had to pop around a bunch of holes to find them, but towards the later end of the day I was able to get into some good fish. But it's been a pretty exciting day. As you could tell by the thumbnail, I made a few ice fishing rods, and today was the first day I got to use them. So I'll show you real quick what they are. I made 3 different ones. This one is a 26-inch ultralight. Worked really well. I did really well on this. It's amazing how much more sensitive these ultralights are compared to that 28-inch medium that I've been using all season. But worked really well. That's a 1/8 ounce jig, and you can see that thing picks up the sensitivity of that no problem. But worked really well. Caught a bunch of fish off that. I also made a 32-inch ultralight. This one is a fast action. That one I just showed you was kind of like a medium action. Not quite as sensitive, but still really light on the tip there. And I was using this with a 1/4 ounce jig. I made both these jigs I just showed you. And this one worked well too. I caught quite a few fish off this one. This one I tried to do a kind of a diamond wrap. I don't know how well that shows on it, but that was kind of hard to do. But came out pretty good. And the next one I didn't use today, but this one is a 36-inch medium heavy. I put wind grips on it, and this thing is going to be like my pike jigging rod, and you know, if I ever go for like togue or something like that, it's going to be my togue jigging rod. But for a medium heavy, still pretty sensitive. Got some good action there on it. Just a homemade jig I had on just in case I decided to use it, which I didn't. But yeah, it was pretty exciting overall to be able to use them rods I made. It's a project I've been wanting to do for a while, and finally got around to do it. And I've primarily been jigging all day. I did set out some traps, but nobody in my area had pike bait, so I was just limited to some dead bait I had. But I only caught 1 fish off a trap, and I caught a bunch off the jig rods. But we're gonna get right into it, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Alright folks, so what I'm doing is I'm just checking my holes that I've already put in for my traps, seeing what these look like. Instead of popping 3 or 4 new holes, I'm just checking these and seeing if I can mark anything. This is the 4th hole I've checked. I've marked a few fish in the other ones, but couldn't get any to commit, so we're going to see what this one looks like. There we go, mark coming in. Oh, no. There's a couple nice marks down there. Missed the first hit. There we go. Come on, hit it. Oh, come on. This rod is so much more sensitive than that medium I was using. Oh no, the fish took right off. There's 2 or 3 fish that came in immediately, and one of them hit it and took right off. There we go, fish on it immediately. Dropped down to 12 feet. Got him. This rod is so much more sensitive than that medium I was using. Probably a perch. Yeah, perch. Oh, that was probably a 10-inch perch. Came off right in the hole. It's amazing how much more sensitive an ultralight is compared to a medium. That fish just barely bumped that, and it was enough to jerk that whole rod. Oh, there we go. There's a fish. Just getting ready to change holes. Been kind of a grind this morning. I'm about 30 minutes in. I've only marked a few fish. It's a nice big mark down there. A couple big marks. Like I said in my intro, the east-southeast wind's my least favorite wind to fish. Yeah, and that fish took right off. Whoa. Doesn't matter how many of them crack below you, it still scares you every time. There we go, fish coming in. A couple fish down there. Oh. This one's screaming up. Got him. Finally. Was able to finally get one of these to hit. Little yellow perch. First fish off the homemade rod. A little yellow perch, I'll take it. As tough as it's been this morning, I'll take it. Alright, let's see how this hole looks. I don't even know, I think this is like my 8th hole probably. 8th, 9th hole. Nothing on the screen initially. There we go, fish coming in finally. Oh, he hit it, but dropped it immediately. Got him. Finally got that fish. A little yellow perch. I'm going to relocate. Not a bad perch, but I want to try to find some crappie, so I'm going to maybe go in a little shallower than I have been. Because I weren't marking anything on my deeper holes. The only fish I marked have been in relatively shallow, so I'm going to maybe pop one in a little shallower and see if that's a little better. And we're going to try the little 26-inch ultralight. This thing is considerably more sensitive than even the 32-inch. Alright, nothing on the screen, but that's been kind of the story of the morning is eagle going, oh yeah, no, there is a fish on bottom. Just as I was saying that, I saw a fish show up. See how this little 26-inch ultralight does. Oh yeah, fish coming up. 3 fish screaming up for this. 3 fish down there. Maybe I just needed to be in shallow. Oh man, there's so many fish down there. Got him. Wow, that rod is so sensitive. Nice perch. Oh, sorry fish. This little 26 is way more sensitive than the 32 is. Whoa. I was messing with my transducer and the fish almost yanked my rod right in the water. A little perch. Another fish coming in. Got him. What a nice perch. Come on. Let's find some crappie. Perch central down there. Them fish pretty well disappeared. Biggest perch of the day. Not a bad little perch. Got him. That feels like a nice one. Nice perch. Nice perch. Bunch of yellows, but no crappies yet. It's amazing. I made about a 20-30 foot move in towards shore and made all the difference in the world. There's more fish and they're way more aggressive. The ones out deep would just come up and look at it and take right off. Another one on it already. That's a little one. That's a little one. Yeah, little one. This little guy just tossed up a huge piece of worm. Alright, them perch disappeared, so I'm going to relocate. I'm going to stick in shallow, but I'm going to, I don't know, move 30-40 feet down the shoreline. Alright, we're going to stick with a 26-inch ultralight. Still in about 13 feet of water. And I got a fish coming up. A couple fish coming up. Yep. Oh, missed it. Alright, I'm down. Oh yeah, that fish is screaming up. Bunch of fish down there now. Alright, tapped it. Tapping it, tapping it. Come on. Fish screamed up for it, but we're just messing around with it. Got that one. A little perch from the feel of it. Yep. Where are the crappie today? Yep. Got him. That one was just a little tiny tap, but it was a tap and that rod held down, so I figured he was on it good enough to set the hook. Another perch. This is a bigger perch, if it is a perch. Yep. Nice big fat perch. That's the biggest one of the day. There we go. Nice one. Alright, another one sitting right on bottom. Ah. Hit it, but missed it. Oh, he followed it. That fish was... that fish came up 6 feet following this when I was screaming it up. And it looks like he's still right there. He's 6 feet off bottom. Got him. That's probably a crappie. That's, I think, a crappie. What a difference with these ultralights compared to that medium I was using. This fish is actually peeling out line. This fish came up 6 feet and hung there till I... Oh yeah, nice crappie. Nice crappie. There we go. There we go, that's what we're after. Nice crappie. What a blast that was on this 26-inch ultralight. Alright, let's see if there's some more crappie down there. Oh yeah, one's screaming up. This is probably a crappie. Oh no, come on. This one came up 4 feet for it. Yeah, probably a big perch. I don't think it's a crappie. Oh, that's a monster perch. Monster yellow. Nice stud of a yellow. Took a while to get that fish to bite. Oh, that could be a crappie. That's either a crappie or a nice perch, one or the other. Oh, don't tell me he got off. Oh, no, he's on. He just spooled out a lot of line. Yeah. Oh, it's a little baby bass. Little largemouth. That's technically my first largemouth of the season. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I normally don't target them in the winter time, really for no reason except they're just kind of lazy up here. But yeah, it was my first one, first largemouth of the season. Hey folks, this is move probably like 20 for the day. I've been all over this place. And there's some fish down there. And the fish were on it immediately. Fish came screaming up, but didn't take it. God, these fish are just very fussy today. So about a 45-minute update. I have jigged around with just only a few looks on the flasher. I have my first flag of the day. It's off my biggest dead bait. I really didn't expect to even get a hit off this stuff. Oh yeah, we're going. We got some movement. Definitely a fish on it. Fish on. Fish on. Coming right towards me. I think it's just a scrappy small one. Yeah, there's a little scrappy one. Just a little one. The thing took a honking bait though. I was surprised it hit a bait that big. So what I'm doing now, folks, is I'm kind of fishing as I'm walking back. I picked my traps up and I'm 3 holes towards the boat landing from where I had my trap. So I'm just gonna fish around here a few times, see if I can catch anything. If not, I'm gonna be out of here pretty soon. Just had a fish like screaming from nowhere, hit it, and I lost it on the hook set. Dang it. Got that one. That's actually a decent fish. Actually, nope, small one. Just fought like a champ. He's got a buddy down there with him too. Got him. This may be a crappie. There's a big, oh no, these things are just fighting pretty good. Guess maybe I should have been fishing out deep all day. Well, there's one other fish hanging around down there, but he took off. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk, I don't know, another couple 100 yards. I'll pop one more hole. I'll fish that hole and that'll be the last one for the day. Last hole of the day. I'm pretty much right on the middle of this pond here. And I'm in just under 15 feet of water. Looks like we have some activity on bottom. Yep, fish came right in for it. Acted like a crappie. Bunch of fish down there. There's at least 4 or 5 fish. Got them. That could be a crappie or a big perch. I'm thinking crappie. Oh, big yellow. Biggest yellow of the day. Big fat yellow. These things are just getting kind of into their pre-spawn. Big fat belly. Beautiful colors on it. A couple more down there. Hopefully we'll get a few more. Well, that's a good way to end the day. There's a couple more down there, so hoping I can get them to hit, and got them. This thing came about 2 feet off bottom. Another big yellow. Yeah, what a difference in the way these fish are acting. I was fishing, you know, pretty shallow earlier, and I come out here in the middle of the lake and they're like a different type of fish out here. All right, this is probably our last fish here, folks. I got a fish coming up. Oh, missed him. He smoked that thing. Couple fish down there. Got him. Got him. That could be a crappie. It's either crappie or a big perch. Big perch. Another jumbo. Good way to end it. Fish like that. Alright, last drop. So there's one more fish down there with that one. If I don't get that fish in a minute, I'm going to get out of here. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the last one of the day. But not bad overall. It's kind of a grind early this morning. Definitely seems like, you know, the fish are responding better out here deep. But unfortunately I got to go. But what a blast it was using these rods I made. And these ultralights are way better than that 28-inch medium I was using. That thing was way too stiff and rigid, and it'd be like a good bass rod, but it didn't work well for, you know, crappie and yellow perch and white perch. But no, what a blast. Glad I caught some fish on them, and I'm thinking we're going to call it good there. That fish's buddy took off, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.